Charlie's words made Jacob wake up instantly. Only at this time did he realize that evasion is not the solution to the problem. Only to face the problem and completely solve the problem is the best solution. If he wants to stay and fly with Mei-Ching, he must divorce Elaine. Only after divorce can he be able to marry Mei-Ching into the door upright. Thinking of this, he felt much better, and said to Charlie, "Okay, I know. You can go to your friends for help. I will find someone to inquire about the divorce, and when your mother comes back, I just ask her for a divorce." After bidding farewell to Jacob, Charlie took a taxi to Shangri-La Hotel. Isaac is already here waiting for him. The manager of the hotel respectfully invited Charlie to Isaac's office. As soon as the door of the office closed, Isaac immediately said respectfully, "Mr. Wade, I'm really sorry, but you have to condescend to come to me for your hard work. I should see you." Charlie waved his hand and said, "It's better to say something when I come to see you. It's not easy to explain when you come to see me." Then he asked, "My mother-in-law who stole more than 20 billion from me, how is she in the detention center now?" "She's very miserable." Isaac said, "She became a public enemy of the entire cell inside. I heard that she seemed to have not eaten a bite of food since she went in." Charlie nodded lightly. Said blankly, "She is responsible for all this, and she can't blame others." Isaac said seriously on the side, "Mr. Wade, I really didn't expect that when such a woman saw more than 20 billion deposits, she was not afraid or worried, and she didn't even think about it. How could there be so much money in the card, so she dared to transfer all the money to her card? This person is simply too courageous." Charlie smiled and said, "My mother-in-law, she loved money the most in life. She used to be a third person to intervene in old man and his first love, because her husband was still relatively wealthy at the time, which can be regarded as a standard. What she didn't expect was that after getting married, the conditions in husband's family began to get worse and worse, and soon there was no money. This person ran for money all her life, but she didn't get it. So her heart has been suppressed and has been distorted." Isaac said, "Mr. Wade, in fact, I dare to suggest you that it is best to let your mother-in-law learn a little more lessons in it. At the very least, she should be detained for 3 years and 5 years, and she can be detained for 1.5 years. She has just been locked in for less than 2 days now. Do you want to release her?" Charlie nodded and said, "Let her come out, mainly because I feel bad for my wife. But if she is not honest after she comes out, I still have other ways to treat her slowly." After speaking, Charlie said again, "Yes, tomorrow morning you will arrange for the police station to interrogate her, like I told you last time, find all the actors that should be found, and prepare all the props, and then give her a performance. A big drama." Isaac blurted out immediately, "Mr. Wade, don't worry, I must have everything ready." Charlie said indifferently, "I came to see you, mainly to go through the process with you again. Don't make any mistakes then." Isaac nodded and said, "Mr. Wade, let's start sorting it out." After Charlie sorted out all the procedures for tomorrow with Isaac, he took a taxi home without rush. But at this moment, in the Orus Hill Detention Center, Elaine's nightmare continues. Because she was tortured and beaten by all kinds of means from the time she first entered the detention center, and she was poured cold water on her head, plus not eating a bite for 2 days and nights, Elaine had completely collapsed. Not only did she have a bad cold, and also developed a high fever. The high fever made Elaine burn all over, and she was almost fainted by the high fever, but at this time, she was still not allowed to lie in the bed, and could only curl up and shiver in the corner of the detention center cell alone. Because of her fever, she felt an extreme cold, which made her sway her whole body non-stop. She felt that she was about to be unable to hold it, so she murmured and pleaded, "Please, please have mercy on me, give me a quilt, I'm so cold, I'm so cold." Old Mrs. Wilson sneered, "What is your name? People like you still want to cover the quilt. I tell you, you have to sleep in the toilet tonight." Wendy echoed, "Grandma, I think she has to take a bath in cold water. How about we go to the toilet and help her?" When Elaine heard this, she cried her nose and burst into tears, and pleaded miserably, "Mom, I really can't do it. If you let me sleep in the toilet and give me a cold shower tonight, then I must die here at night. I beg you to show mercy." Old Mrs. Wilson said viciously, "You still expect me to pity you? I tell you, I wish you would die soon. You better not wait until night to die, you better die now." Elaine wailed and said, "Mom, you and me just have the contradiction between mother-in-law and daughter-in-law, and I have suffered from your anger for more than 20 years. Why are you killing me now? Even if you are angry with me, there is no need to fix me for not letting you live in the villa, right?" After finishing talking, she looked at the big Sister Jenna in the cell, crying and begging. "Sister Jenna, I know you hate this unfilial daughter-in-law, but I don't let her live in my villa. This mother-in-law is just drawing the line. I have been married to the Wilson family for more than 20 years. I have never beaten her, never really scolded her, and even been bullied by her all the time. During this time, the Wilson family is not good enough. I have mocked her and ridiculed her. But it's all disrespect, but that's all.